So take it off. Slow, steady, undress, impress. Take it off. Slow, steady, undress, success.
Feel like I wanna be inside of you when the sun goes down. 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 Sun goes down. Sun goes down. Sun goes down.
The sun goes down. He takes the day, but I'm grown. And in your way, in this blue shade, my tears dry on their own. He walks away. The sun goes down. He takes the day, but I'm grown. And in your way, in this blue shade, my tears dry on their own.
With me.
Crystal clear to me. lights go down, lights go down, lights go down, lights go down.
And I just want you to know that I think I love the world. We'll take it step by step because I'm not something you own.
I'm busy throwing hints that he keeps missing. Don't have to think about it. I wanna kiss him, everything about him, 'cause he's too distant. I wanna feel his body, I can't resist it. I know my hidden looks can be deceiving, but how obvious should a girl be? I was taken by the early conversation he's in. I really like the way that he respects me.
After waiting patiently for him to come and get it, he came on through and asked me if I wanted to get with it. I knew I had my mind made up from the very beginning. Won't miss this opportunity, so you would be the good guy. You ready for me, boy? You better push the button and let me know before I get the wrong answer and go. You're gonna miss the freak that I control.
I mean, her parents were kinda cool, but they were the fine line between me and you. We were just doing things young people in love do. Parents trying to find out what we were up to, saying, why were you creeping down late last night? Why did I see two shadows moving in your bedroom light? Now you're dressed in black, when I left you were dressed in white. Can you feel me? Falls by 32 answer phone. Red bottom bottle, half the contents gone. Midnight return, jacuzzi
Let's go.
You're starting that going. And embrace yourself. Take it off. Slow, steady, undress. Impress. Take it off. Slow, steady, undress. Success.
Feel like I wanna be inside of you when the sun goes down. 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 Sun goes down. Sun goes down. Sun goes down.
The sun goes down, he takes the day, but I'm grown. And in your way, in this blue shade, my tears dry on their own. He walks away, the sun goes down, he takes.
Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, and anyone in between.
Yeah, check it out now. Check it out, check it out, check it out now.
Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, and even you, noodle cunt. It's CCS Tier 1 Round 13 live from Monza, and I'm joined tonight by EVR's finest commentator, KJ. KJ, good evening and welcome back.
Good evening, thanks for having me, Rose. Great to be here. Obviously, title fight heating up and only 2 rounds left, so yeah, I'm excited to see this season out.
Yeah, indeed, and the comeback trail for EVR, will that continue this evening with new faces in both teams of the championship protagonists? Owen making the controversial transfer from BRT to EVR, and we are showing Alfie and Snowy coming from unattached and CRE. So I believe you've worked out the maths for tonight, KJ. What is the maths?
So it's a bit far-fetched for BRT to win it today, but it is still theoretically possible. They have got to outscore EVR by 36 points, and that means they would win it today. If not, it would go to the final round. But that is obviously assuming that they do outscore them today, and hoping that EVR don't continue their upwards trend. So they can win it today, but they'll really need a mighty result.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a purple patch for EVR in the last few rounds, outscoring BRT at Canada by 41 points and a massive 39 points in Brazil, which has brought them back to 33 points, the gap. Only the two of them can win the title. And 19 on the grid tonight. TTRE choosing to use their Cormac chip. They were in for the last couple of rounds, and they've put out 4 drivers, some of which are new at TTRE. Half Snow signed from LMFJ, I believe, and Fusion from LR. So some new faces in some new teams, and it'll be interesting to see how everyone gets on as your man EVR Owen heads his way down into turn 1. And he will be an early contender for pole position, I think, KJ. Do you know much about Owen?
I don't know him very well, but it'll obviously be interesting to see how he performs against his former team. That may be quite controversial, but EVR obviously wants him to be up there. They do really need to outscore BRT this weekend if they want to carry it on to the final round. But P1 is not the only position up for grabs, because P3 in his title is separated by 8 points. Alien only just ahead of CRE, so both teams to keep an eye on, because they're both fighting for P1 and for P3.
Yeah, the rebuilding at CRE headed by Grumpy is continuing, and they're also on an upwards trend. There's a 52.5 for Owen in Sector 2. Good evening, chat. Good evening to Silo, Ramon, Drac, Snowy, Hedgehog, and anyone else in the chat. Pop a message in and let us know you're here. 21 live and direct. Mathis, good evening, sunshine. How are you? As we watch Owen come through Parabolica. There's already yellow flags in Sector 3. That's BRT cars moving out of the way. And the time for everyone to beat is a 19-0.
Yeah, so I've got no clue what a good banker is here at Monza, but whatever it is, it's just been beat by Jay, who's gone to pole at 18.6. And obviously there is a factor of possible slipstreams coming into this, which may influence lap time as well.
Yeah, obviously slipstreams are banned in CCS, and if we see it, we will be two-footing it straight out and into the hands of our new co-owner this evening, BRT Jobbo. If you've missed the announcement, it was quite a lengthy one. It took me about 10 minutes to write out and make sure it's spelled correctly. So CCS will change to Rose Racing Series in Season 3. Tier 2's going in the bin. Tier 1 is going to Mondays, and we're opening a CCS, RRS, NA Tier 3s, which I'm hoping that me and you can commentate, KJ, and it's something that I'm really, really looking forward to.
Yeah, no assist here seems like it would really be up our alley and just lead to more competitive racing. But speaking of competitiveness, we've got Nardo currently on pole, and we've got to talk about his drive last time out in Canada. Brilliant drive, had the pace all the way through, and he's looking to carry that on into Monza as well.
Yeah, TTRE Philip Fraziak goes into P2 of an 18.5, just ahead of the Spanish stallion Jay Ronaldo, looking for that driver's title this evening and maximum prize money, which is currently sat at about 60 quid, I think. So not bad for a free to enter tournament, and that's been funded mostly by the chat. Good evening, ATX James, Basher, Theodore Anderson, Ghost. Everyone's coming in. We love to see it. But 11 teams have set a lap so far. Cormac, your gaffer.
Yeah, Cormac obviously wants to keep an eye on.
Validated.
Yeah, not in that lap because he hasn't validated. But respect to Cormac for the lobby though, because managing to get everyone in on time and still be racing himself is rather impressive.
Yeah, ex-EVR, now TTRE driver Truly McQueen has just come out of Lesmo 2 and is making his way down to the split sign for NA, and he's 3.5 seconds up on his 23.9 at the moment. That's a beautiful looking TTRE livery on that car. I'm a big fan. And he's just got Parabolica to go. Nardo sets a benchmark, and AMS Lucas now an 18.4 goes into P2. Hello, Dom is with CRE, I believe.
Yeah, I agree, that CCRE livery is quite something, but interesting to note, currently in AMS 1-2.
Yeah, indeed. Good times. They also sponsor a very, very beautiful livery. As we just flick to controversial driver, shall we say, Bobby Lyons. I hear rumours he's been banned from another tournament for taking someone out, and he's got a lot of reaction when his name appeared on the lineup submission this week, so hopefully he learns to know the rules in CCS, because I don't want to be banning people this late into the season.
We're also talking about him in chat as well, and that all the tracks for him to come to. Monza isn't the cleanest one, you'd imagine.
Yeah, indeed. Oh, let's say Bobby got AMS 10 quali bans and some race bans. Oh, good driver then.
Well, there you go.
One of CRE's newest recruits, Marco Speed, I think his Discord name is, but Marco SKF1 in online gamer tags is just coming through Parabolica to set his first time lap. And he joins Cormac, Zedzix, Jaeger and Bobby Lyons, the only drivers not to set a lap, and the grid is covered by 1 second at the moment, covering the top 13. And this season,
a new follower.
A lot of very, very close qualifying, and I think today's going to be no different.
Yeah, obviously Monza quite a short track in the term that there isn't much lap time to be gained. It's really only a few chicanes and just straights in between now. So expect some close quality times, which EVR will be happy with at the moment because they're currently got all their drivers outside the top 10, while BRC are happy in P4, 6, and 8 at the moment.
Yeah, good evening to HRT Trouble and XR8 Dylan, and thanks very much for the follow. Dylan, whatever you're called. Dylan will call you. Theodore Anderson, you did hear right that RRS. It's going to be hard not to say that, CCS. It just rolls off the tongue nicely. We are opening a NA tier for next season. Ads and Dams, good evening. Here to support EVR, no doubt. Yet the NA tier will be 3s. And Marco comes up to the line then for his first time lap. Oh, wow. P2 and 18.4. Happy Grumpy will be. And happy Basher. But YS brand next, KJ, to get on the lap.
Yeah, it's obviously important for CRE to get there in the mix with AMS in their fight for P3. We'll see what YS brand can do about that. But yeah, AMS actually currently 3 cars in the top 6, so that's very impressive from them.
Yeah, Nardo's been cooking in BBS conference as well this season. The big fish is in the small pond in the conference, and they'll be open to get league, I imagine, at the next season. James, I hope you do sign up, mate, as YS Brown goes just under 2 tenths up, and he invalidates in a Scary, unlucky. But the leaders are all out on laps. AMS Lucas is just starting off. Jay Ronaldo is 3/1000ths of a second up as we ride on board with the BRT man. And Stabby goes P4, 18.5. So the track's starting to grip up a bit. Drivers are getting a little bit more confident, KJ. Who do you think's going to get pole?
Well, judging by the looks of it, it sounds a bit unoriginal. Probably Nardo, he just obviously last week's race winner, and he seems to be carrying that momentum pretty well. I'll tell you who hasn't got momentum though, Cormac, because he's invalidated again, and he's in the fight for the driver's title, but he may only get 1 lap left, and he's got to make that count.
Dams, what's the issue of being on a Wednesday, mate? EML is falling down. RRS is here to take over as Jay comes into the pits then at the end of his lap. Philip is just behind him. Is he going to set his lap or not? And he goes P3.
3 milliseconds off marker.
Yeah, YS brand is getting a tow here from the car in front. That's the EVR car, I believe, of Owen.
Jaeger, and he's also on the line.
Of Jaeger. Yep. So YS brand getting a dirty tow here.
Because he started his lap quite close, I think, so it will be interesting to see if it affects his lap time in any way.
He's had to lift there, YS Brown. That's going to cost him a tenth or two.
Jaeger needs a good lap on the board for EVR here.
P2, 18.3 with the tow.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're allowed to get a tow from other teams. That won't be orchestrated, so it's absolutely allowed, I think.
Alfie then makes his way up to Ascari, and he's not improving at all. Brushy Pancakes, we haven't covered Brushy yet. Tier 1 lead. Done a fantastic job this week, Brushy, after his issues last week.
Yeah, he's been doing quite well for XPG and a few races this season, Brazil in particular. But XPG in a bit of no man's land in terms of a championship.
Yeah, Brushy then making his way up to the line. He was Pete. Oh, wow.
Don't know how he pulled that off.
That's some bit of driving, that. Bobby Lyons has gone P8 with an 18.6. Dams, she's in the chat, mate. Feel free to say hello. Or DM me if you feel there's a particular issue.
The current pole sitters on a lower lap now. Nardo looking to extend his advantage.
Yeah, Truly's backed out of his lap, carried down in P17. And that's the Nardo, the current pole sitter, is half a tenth up at the moment.
Cormac's still the only driver not to set a lap, so he's really got to make that last lap count for EVR.
Yeah, indeed. Yes, James. What do you mean I'm killing Tawny's, Dams? What are you yapping, mate? Just because your Tawny's in the shitter, mate. He's lost all his time in Sector 2, the number 5. And, yeah, we were talking about liveries before. This AMS one catches my eye as well. That's beautiful.
Also, I know drivers' standings is a little less important, but it is somewhat fought between Cormac and Jay Ronaldo, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, Cormac's come from nowhere in that drivers, to be honest.
Yeah, Jay Ronaldo missed Brazil and Canada, so that's allowed him to get within 6 points. So I think that will be a bit of personal gain for the driver's title, and both drivers will be wanting to win that. But Jay and Snowy currently the only drivers out on track, but they're joined by Alfie now, so expect them all to start coming out now.
Yeah. So we got Crossfire, who's not racing tonight. He's the closest one to Jay. Adds his engineering. Owen's there. Truly's there. Cormac's not in the driver's standings.
I think he might be. I think he's Crossfire in P2.
No, Crossfire is someone different. Crossfire was from LMFJ. He signed. Cormac's just not there,
yeah.
Unfortunately.
Oh, never mind. I don't know where Cormac is then.
Yeah, Truly's in P5. Flame and Jacob. Josh, Connor, Barmington.
Yeah, well, no one's really. Yeah, it's
see how
probably
it pans out.
Yeah, it's probably Jay Ronaldo's football win the driver's title, but I'm sure him and BRC will just be focused on maintaining that constructors lead. But they're starting to do our final laps now. Yeah,
2 minutes 20 to go here in qualifying at Monza then, and it's AMS 1-2, YS Brandt and Nardo and Marco for CRE in P3. No EVR or BRT anywhere in the top 6 at the moment, KJ, and Jay Ronaldo's backed out of his lap. His teammate Snowy, however, is on a lap. Is that Owen on a... Owen's just started a lap.
Snowy's also backed out, so I don't know whether the BRCs are doing 2 cooldown laps or they just had to back out early, but Alfie, Owen and Half Snow are all starting them behind.
Yeah, Alfie just coming through Les mode 2. This is where he bottled it in the last lap. If you fuckers broke my bot...
Oh no.
You've broken my bot, chat. What are you doing?
Bobby Lines is disconnected, so I might need to get him back in. I don't know if you've got him added.
No. Oh, there you go. It's back. Alfie then, for his final lap here in qualifying, makes his way up towards the line. He was P13, the BRT man, and now he's P10 and 18.6, finds a tenth of a second, and that is him. Let's try. Owen's just
up.
gone P7, yeah.
Marco along. Jay Ronaldo's about to come through the second sector. We'll see what he's doing. He's a temp down though.
Yeah, he's not doing great there. Yellow flags in sector 1. There's a car park there at the first chicane. Is that cars off the track? As, I think that's TTRE Half Snow.
Cormac P2.
P6 Cormac, yeah, an 18.376. Save the best till last. It's going to get him a provisional front row. And Nardo is down in the first sector. YS Brand just starting a lap. Let's go back and Jay Ronaldo. His qualifying is done. P10, no improvement.
Marco was a 10th up in the second sector, so he's the one to watch. He could be on pole here.
Snowy up to the line. P10.
Marco
Marco
P2.
P2. Nardo's finding more time, however. The checker flag is out. Bobby Lyons, Snowy, Fusion and Marco have taken the flag. AMS Lucas puts it on provisional pole of an 18.2. Is his teammate going to steal it from him right at the last moment? Up to the line, Nardo, and it's a 2-3-4. Happy days.
Philip up to the line as well.
YS Brand could join him here, KJ. He's a 10th up with Parabolica to go. No one else really moving about, is there?
Could it be an AMS 1-2-3?
He's going to be there or thereabouts. He wants to get amongst it if he could just hold the time. Up YS Brand. Is he going to take pole? No, he's not. It is a 1-2-3 AMS, however. A good qualifying.
Yeah, see, AMS have come out of absolutely nowhere here, and no one else is improving, so that is it. And
job done.
Yeah, Cormac with a very important lap for EVR there, because he is the highest of the title contenders. And the highest BRT is only in P11, so the struggles seem to continue.
Yeah, we're on the back foot in quali, and we've got it all to do.
Shot a slam slam. Them say them a bad man, me have to hawk. Which one when we a fire shot, pull pin and fling bomb. Them dead be have to trample them like kings. Dogs pull up on your foot and none of them no sing song. Balaclava pan face, matic in a hand. When I have time for waste with the rapper pam pam. Shot a slam me better than.
Nobody better than we. Nobody better than we. Nobody better than we.
Badder than, badder than, badder than.
Badder than, badder than, badder than. Nobody better than we. Nobody better than we.
Yeah, check it out now. Check it out, check it out, check it out now.
Welcome back then, as we get ready for the start of the Monza Grand Prix. And if you've missed it, AMS domination in qualifying. Bobby Lyons messaging in the chat. Hello, Radius. How are you, mate? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Thanks very much for the follow also. KJ, we're looking forward to a very good race here, I believe.
I mean, Monza always creates carnage, and with 3 AMSs at the front trying to control the rest of the grid, it'll be very interesting to see. And I think for the drivers, they'll be happy because it does look like it'll be a dry race.
Yeah, indeed. I remember BBS Monza, and 6 or 7 cars got damaged into turn 1, the Constantina, and we're about to find out if we're going to get a repeat. 4 lights and 5, round 13 to go. It's lights out and away we go here at Monza, and it looks like a decent start from Nardo and his teammates already get into formation. There's a car off to the right there. I don't know what on earth's gone on there, but there's already a CRE car right round, baby, right round, and that's Marco. He's all the way down at the back. Apart from that, it looked like a fairly clean getaway. Alfie getting ahead, and Bobby Lyons is retired on track. Get in.
And somehow I've already got the first penalty of the race, which goes to Fusion, who's now to P7. But yeah, calamity for Marco there, who's down to the back after that spin. TCR will be happy with them. But perfect for AMS at the start. They're still 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, Jay Snowy having a massive start for BRT. He's fighting Half Snow now, and he's having a look at Brushy Pancakes as well, as Brushy Pancakes has got the jump, and they're going to go side by side or on board with Half Snow. Now he's going to look, is he going to take Jay Snowy as well? No, he's not, and he's blown all his battery actually at the start. But nightmare start for Marco as Brushy Pancake sets past Jay, and Jay's going to come back at him early. Inroads from BRT, Snowy and Jay up 3 places, Alfie up 3 as well. But yeah, a fantastic start. Hards and mediums all across the grid as well, not a soft in sight. But on the end of lap 1 here, KJ, AMS look comfortable in the front.
Yeah, AMS in control and BRC having good starts throughout the field, which is exactly what they need if they want to minimise the gap behind. They're still battling into turn 1. Owen and Jaeger trying to follow them through, but they're still lacking for positions at the moment. But still, AMS will be loving life at the moment, and they'll just hope to continue to dominate this.
Yeah, Owen making moves there on Alfie, and if we all know the history between these two drivers, medium hard, hard medium is the strat. Can't see anything different unless we get a safety car, and Alfie on pursuit of Owen. Like I said, we all remember the history. Hungary will never be forgotten, and hopefully these two can keep it a little bit cleaner tonight than they did back in Hungary. Jay Ronaldo now is got past Half Snow, and he is behind his teammate Snowy now, so BRT starting to move in the pack of 2s. Alfie clears Owen, says Basher in the chat. Alfie and Owen Alfie's at a moment there of some sort. He finds himself now behind Jaeger, Trudy McQueen and Zedzik, so I don't quite know what's happened there.
Fusion also had a moment at Ascari going absolutely straight on, and that drops him out the DRS of the top 6. Now it leaves him vulnerable to Snowy, who's getting ahead. I think his teammate Jay Ronaldo will follow him through, and yes, he will. So now the BRCs have got to focus on trying to get back with that lead pack.
Yeah, 1.7 seconds the gap now, and Stabby is up in that P6. And oh my God, Brushy Pancakes either contact or misses breaking point there. It's gone absolutely straight on at turn 1. Owen and Jaeger say thank you very much. We'll have some of that. Up to P11 and P12.
Yeah, Brushy, I think just breaking too late at turn 1 there, and the XPGs are being flustered down the field. And now his teammate X6 is trying to come at him. He's still behind. Alfie's still down there in P16. He only BRC, not really able to make any progress. But still, Jay Ronaldo and his teammate are the highest gainers in the race. So they'll just hope to get back within the lead as DRS, because we know how important DRS is at Monza.
Yeah, and if they can work together, which they're already doing in the DRS zones, maybe they can claw a little bit back. That gap now 1.8 seconds. Jeeton Cast, good evening. Marco got absolutely thunder cunted at turn 1. I can't put it any other way than that. And Half's Fusion now is on the back of this BRT pair, and Jay may lose 2 places, one to his teammate and one to Half Snow here. Which he does, yeah. So they're going to trade places, but it's still on lap 4 of 27. It's a AMS 123, and Ramon and Partick will be very happy at the current situation. Alfie and Truly McQueen. Alfie round the outside, coming out of turn 2. That's a fantastic move from Alfie on the medium tyres, the quicker tyres at the moment, and he's back up to P15.
Yeah, so looking at the leaders, you can see one CRE, they may have had one car fall to the back, but they've got another one in Stabby, who's currently P6, who's in the lead train. And interestingly, Cormac, he's still got a lot of pace. He's the only one of these on the hard tyres, but he seems to be keeping the pressure on Philip in front, and there's 2 BRCs and 2 CCREs trying to hold them down, but at the moment that gap is extending.
Yeah, it's crucial to not break the DRS train, and unfortunately that has been broken. But yeah, really good pace from Cormac on these hards. He had a little wobble in qualifying, stuck a decent lap in at the end, and now finds himself coming up the inside of Philip Frajak as he makes his way down to start lap 5. And in a minute, KJ, these hard tyres are going to be the optimum tyre, and Cormac is going to look to, I imagine, try and split this wall of green in the front. And it should be about 7 or 8 laps time, I think, maybe a bit quicker than that, and Cormac will be the quickest runner on this grid.
Yeah, he already looks quick now, so imagine how quick they'll be when those mediums start to die off. But AMS aren't dying off. They're controlling this race perfectly and doing everything they need to do to keep Philip behind and those. And the BRTs are scrapping with the TCRE, so they're not catching either. And Sabi's actually in his own world now. He's fallen out of that train, so it really is now between the top 5.
Yeah, Stabby had a moment coming out of the chicane, I think, and that's put him out of DRS. So the 6-car train is a 5-car train, and the gap now is still 1.5 seconds to Jay Ronaldo in behind. Fusion just needs to switch on and use his loaf a little bit here and allow the DRS switching to try and maybe pick apart Stabby, who apparently has a nosebleed according to Basher. And good evening to Beetle, and good evening to Latifi.
Cormac, I think, realising that his hard tyres have got a lot of pace in them because he's cleared Philip and now he's burning a bit of battery to try and get on the back of Bran, but these AMSs will not be eager to let him by in a hurry, and then to turn 1 they go, and Cormac's just happy to stay where he is for now.
Yeah, you can see why S-Brand... Oh, someone's had a moment there. That's Nardo, and that's going to open the door for Cormac to split up this alien front 3s into P3. Nardo having an absolute shocker into the chicane, and now he's going to come up the inside and try and burn his battery again. And look at that defense maneuver from AMS. You normally see moves like that on police interceptors, but you're seeing it at Monza. But Cormac isn't going to give up. Is he going to throw one up the inside into the Lesmos? And now Philip Frajak's on the scene. There's contact, wheel banging. Cormac's back down to 5, and look at Stabby. He's all over the place. A poor exit out of Lesmo 1, and Jay Ronaldo is back in DRS. The train reconnected, KJ.
Yeah, the AMS holding each other up, and now Philip's getting up to P2 here. He comes into a scar and he's got the position. AMS have tried too hard to hold up Cormac, and that's allowed Stabby and all these guys behind to get back in the battle. So AMS, they were trying to keep a 1, 2, 3. They've now got a car in between them and the rest of the pack on them. And here comes Cormac now to the inside of YS Brand. It's all kicking off now.
Yeah, Cormac looking racy again on these. Oh, YS Brand's having a wobble, and that opens the door for Stabby. There's been a quiet 6 laps, and it's starting to kick off here in Monza now in CCS. And look again, Philip Frajnak's going for the lead, and he's done it. Lap 7, we have a new leader. Philip Frajnak is just sat back patiently, watching the AMS cars try and block out Cormac. Open the door, thank you very much. He's 2-footed himself through it. New race leader on lap 7. And further down, Snowy's at a moment somewhere. He's now down in P11. Owen up to P8, also on the hards.
Yeah, it was all going so well for AMS, but it's starting to come falling down now. EVRs and TCRE splitting them. Interestingly, Jay Ronaldo, he cleared his teammates and the TCREs behind. So he's on the back of this train as Stabby becomes the first victim of the leaders to get a track limits penalty, and Owen will now lead his own train to try and catch that up to the leader. But it's important BRC have now got a car up there as well now.
Yeah, Jaeger's just managed to get past Alfie to gain himself another point as well, and truly McQueen finds himself plumb last. He's not having a good debut for TTRE at the moment as Snowy gets back up into P10 because Fusion is off the track. Unsure if he's lost it of his own accord. It doesn't look like damage as Jaeger makes it 2 in 2 corners, but Zedzix is going to throw one up the inside of Parabolica.
Sorry to interrupt before the lead. It's chaos here down the main straight. Cormac on the inside of Lucas. Nardo wheels to wheel with Philip for the lead, and then to turn 1 we go. Here comes Jerry to the outside of Stabby as well. He's trying to take YS Brand as well. Can he get 2 positions for 1? YS Brand just holds on. But BRC trying to get in the mix, and Cormac's hards are starting to warm up now.
Yeah, Jay Ronaldo just looking for all the action on the outside. He was going to sneak up the inside and try and get a couple of positions, but YS Brand slammed that door shut, and Cormac now. Oh, that's a great save. He's had a drift coming out of the second chicane there. Done well to save the car.
Yeah, Cormac, obviously his hard tyres will be the best tyres as it stands. And interestingly, Owen, he's now caught the back of this train. And Jay Snowy and Harrison aren't too far off it either. So 2 BRCs will now get involved. TTRE are getting 2 cars involved. So all the teams nearly now are getting involved in this race now. Still, Nardo leads away, but here comes Cormac as well, trying to catch up as well because his hards are really on it now.
That train is reconnected. It's 10 cars now. Half Snow and Snowy joined the party, and yeah, all the teams represented inside this top 10, and we go again then. Lap 9 of 27 in a race that's come to life in the last 3 or so laps, and you can see again AMS looking to block out Philip Frajnak. No one else single file as we go then, and yeah, it won't be long. I think Brushy Pancakes may be there or thereabouts, but I think in terms of the race outlook here, KJ, EVR looking very, very strong with Cormac and Owen now in this train on the hard compound tyres.
Yeah, both Cormac and Owen are starting to pick up the pace now, but AMS have just about managed to calm the storm that was a few laps ago. They're still in a 1-2, and YS Brand's still there in P5. It's not quite as calm as it was, but they've still got Lucas and Nardo there, P1 and 2. And Philip can also try and help out his teammate Arsenault there. So there's going to be a lot of team tactics coming in this race. But Cormac and Owen, expect them to start to carve their way through the field as these mediums die out.
Yeah, and here comes Jaeger on the hard compound tyre as well. He's caught up to the back of Brushy Pancakes. This Zedzix, his race is going from bad to worse. He's down in P15 on the hard compound tyres. And that was a 3-second time penalty.
Oh, there's absolute carnage. A Parabolica. YS Brand spun.
Oh, yeah.
Carmack and Philip made contact, and YS Brand hit the back of it. Stabby's now P4. Philip's back in it. It's 3 wide. Jay Ronaldo to the inside of both of them. Takes P4 and Nardo back to the lead. But now BRC have found themselves into the top 4. Jay Snowy's on it as well. More contact into turn 1. And Stabby's on the inside of Philip. And there's still wheel-to-wheel carnage here on lap 10 now.
Yeah, Jay Ronaldo splits the gap up to P4. Did well if he's avoided any contact there. Stabby looking around the outside, and Owen's there as well. Phillips in the mix. Yeah, well, how has YS Brand managed to spin it there? Hopefully he's done it on his own. But Jay Ronaldo, thank you for the opportunity. 1.2 seconds off this lead pack, which is now 3 cars. It's Cormac V2 AMS.
Yeah, Jay Ronaldo, I hope to get involved in that train. But just to explain the incident, it was basically Philip and Cormac wheel to wheel. Cormac went around the outside, Philip half spun, and that caused all of them behind to slam on the brakes. And I think YS Brand was just a sitting duck coming into it, and he had to dart out the way, which caused his spin. But they're still battling behind. Owen now, his hearts are kicking in, and he's up to P6 now. And him, along with Philip and Ronaldo, will hope to catch back up to that 3-car train. But it now becomes a 1-car train because both AMSs are in.
Yeah, chance for a potential undercut. There's a few cars in here. Jay's come in and a few other cars. Jay, Lucas, Phillips, Snowy and YS Brand in on lap 11. And that promotes all the hard runners up to the front. Stabby and Half Snow have stayed out, along with Alfie and Marco. And the differential, KJ, of having these multiplayer cards is that you're not in your team pit box, so it's important to find out who you're paired with early, and maybe that plays into it as well. Who, you can be a little bit tactical. If you think the guy you're paired with is going to come in, you can come in and block them off and stuff. It just adds a different angle, I think, to the races.
Yeah, thankfully for AMS, neither of them got compromised, and they've come back out still right with each other and out of range of Ronaldo for now. But it's an EVR 1-2, and they will hope to extend their hards as long as possible. But AMS expect their pace to be rapid now. They need to maximise these fresh tyres as much as they can, and these medium runners should pit now. But we'll see if Ronaldo can get involved with these two in front. But currently Cormac, he'll just be using the rest of these tyres out.
Yeah, gap to leader then. We've got it on, and we'll have it on for the next couple of laps. 22.2 is the gap between Nardo and Cormac out in front, and if Cormac's got any pace... Oh, Stabby, what have you done? 10-second time penalty, and that decent start has all gone away. Cormac, a 3-second gap, and he's got any pace left in them tyres. He want to extract them now over the next couple of laps and really build that lead. Nardo's back up to P9 already, P10 now as his teammate goes in front, and that gap has come down by a second in the last lap alone. Cormac's the only disadvantage I can see to Cormac at the moment is that he's not got DRS, whereas the two AMS cars have. It's been a masterstroke by, I believe, Ramon, who's engineering.
Yeah, obviously strategy working very well for AMS at the moment. And CRE's races really fell apart. It started so well in starting positions, but then the torch was passed on to Stabby, but his penalties have ruined his race, and that's not good for EVR either, because Jaeger gets the penalty. All 3 EVRs in the top 4 as it stands. But one of them getting a penalty will drop them off. But still, Cormac still in a good fight for a win here, and Owen looking to pick up some big points. So Jay Ronaldo will have to carry the torch if they want to hang on to their lead heading into the final round.
Yeah, good evening to some more lads that have joined the chat. Good evening, BRT Jacob. Good evening to Chaz as well. And I've got a motto for you, Chaz, and that's fuck the franchise. AMS Adam, good evening. YS Brown, we don't know. We think he span of his own accord, but we'll wait for the stewards to see if we know any different. Did you see anything, KJ?
It was at Parabolica. I think he span after trying to avoid an incident. I don't know whether there was contact on the exit, but he span because of a Constantina effect at Parabolica. That's all I can say. And the stewards will probably have a look at a lot of things that happened between laps 6 and 10, because it was kind of track then. It started to die down now, but when the rest of them pits, that carnage should rejuvenise again.
Yeah, indeed. That gap from Nardo to Cormac has come down another second. So the DRS switching that's going on between Nardo and Lucas is working wonders for AMS at the moment. They have pulled a master stroke so far, and 19.7, it's coming down again and again and again, and they can recharge battery as well at this point with the DRS train, knowing that they're gaining a second per lap to Cormac out in front. AMS just look like a world of their own tonight.
Yeah, just looking at Jay Ronaldo's pace, he's unable to catch these two. The DRS and their ERS charging each other is just working too well for them. And it's actually an EVR 1-2-3 as it stands, but we've got 6 cars who have not pitted yet, 3 of those with penalties. But Nardo is your net race leader behind Lucas. And yeah, Jay Ronaldo will just probably be hoping to hang on to P3 and hopes to hold off Cormac when he pits.
Yeah, Snowy up to P10 and getting past Stabby and Brushy Pancakes. I believe that might be his second time penalty. And it is 6 seconds then for the XBG man. And unfortunately Stabby's got a whopping 13 seconds of time pens. Apparently Michael Elise's just scored one hell of a goal.
Well, it is 1-0 Bayern Munich, so down to Scotland they go. But still, Cormac has actually got some very good pace here. He's pulling away from Owen behind. We've both got the same pace ties. It's not enough pace to challenge that of Nardo and Lucas, though, because they still continue to gain. And this will just be about whether he has got any pace to catch back up to them later. But considering how much further they are away from Jay Ronaldo, I think this just might be AMS's to lose.
Yeah. Owen and Jaeger do decide to pit on lap 15 here, and J22.7. It'd be interesting to see where he comes out compared to Owen and Jaeger. Fresh mediums on the 2 EVR cars. Jay's got past them both. Owen's just coming to the end of the pit lane. Snowy goes through as well. Oh wow, Jaeger's come out in P14. P15 now for Jaeger. They're going to have some work to do here to try and get back to the front.
Yeah, Owen came out right behind Alfie, Marco and Philip, so that's going to be frustrating for him. He's going to need to clear these 3 if he wants any chance at catching Jay Ronaldo. But yeah, it's a bit of a setback for these 2. But they'll have a lot of pace, so keep an eye on them now. And expect Cormac to come in this lap as well.
I think he may stay out as Owen gets past Alfie again. Them new medium tyres working wonders for the BRT man, and Alfie has just got a lift there, and that's caused him to have a wobble.
Yeah, so Owen crucially clearing Alfie is just about how quickly he can clear the 2 in front, because then he's got a bit of a gap to try and catch the 2 in front, which he needs to maximise his fresh tyres for. And you're right, Cormac did stay.
Yeah, he just looks like he's got that extra bit of pace. Chaz reporting in the chat that he thinks that might be too early for Owen and Jaeger. Hopefully they can keep their tyres in a good position. They may be screaming before the end of the race. And for those of you who have just joined, who are not aware of the situation, BRT need to outscore EVR by 36 points this evening to be crowned Tier 1 title winners, and if they don't, Baku's going to be interesting next week.
Yeah, I mean, looking, both BRT and EVR not really on for very high scoring positions, so it's very unlikely the title will be won today, and it should go down to Baku. It's just about how big of a gap that will be when it goes to Baku, because as it stands, Jay Ronaldo and Jay Snowy picking up some big points, but Owen, he did get ahead of Philip, so he's going to be racking up on the scene soon.
Yeah, the driver's title won't be won this evening, regardless of the result, unless Jay wins the race or gets P2. And if EVR want to put Crossfire in the lineup next week, then he has a chance to win the driver's title. As Cormac comes in at the end of lap 16, and we'll see where he comes out. This is going to be an interesting one.
It's crucial that he gets that ahead of his train of Stabby and Jay Snowy, because he doesn't want to lose time behind this lot. But Snowy's in a CRE sandwich now coming out of final corner, and this should be a big battle here, looking back to Owen as well, so we'll see who comes out on top.
Here comes Cormac, there goes Jay Ronaldo. And yes, he has done enough. That extra lap or 2 has just pushed him in front, and Cormac's 11 seconds off the lead on fresh mediums. Can he do it? Stay tuned for the next 10 laps and find out live for 45. Good evening to anyone who's just joined in. Hope you're well. Cormac and Jay, will they work together? Is the question that's just been asked in the chat, KJ. They'd be wise to, wouldn't they?
Would be wise to, but I'm not sure EVR would like to work with the enemy. I'm sure Jay Ronaldo would like to be dragged on by Cormac's fresh pace, but I'm sure it is very easy to stick with cars here at Monza, so I think Ronaldo may be able to get towed along, but 5, 6 seconds even, quite a big gap to gain on the two AMSs, and they will just continue to tow each other along as Jay Snowy, that is a setback for BRT, gets a track limits penalty.
Yeah, 3-second time penalties for Alfie and Snowy, and also Jaeger, just to keep you up to date with the penalty situation of the title contenders.
And coming out of Parabolka, you might need to keep an eye on this battle for P6. There's 5 cars here, practically inseparable. Go down the straight, Stabby on the outside, who's going to come out here?
It is Cormac who gets past Jay then.
Behind, it's Stabby just ahead of Owen. Owen on those mediums needs to clear these guys if he wants any chance at catching those in front. Snowy's prevailed in P6. But yeah, Cormac now 6 seconds behind the two AMSs. We're actually being held up here a bit by Truly McQueen, so I don't know if he's doing this on purpose, but Truly only up to two AMSs here. I think they are just going to clear him now.
Yeah, Truly McQueen. They're hoping for a bit of Truly ball, apparently. Oh, yellow flag sector 2 then. That is Zedzix. Who's...
Yes.
How's he ended up there?
I don't know, but that helps Truly McQueen significantly.
He's retired on track. That's the second XPG driver that's done that, retired on track. Oh dear.
Well, expects a penalty coming their way, but TCRE will be delighted with that because Truly is going to pit now, and depending on how slow, I think he'll still come out behind that big gaggle of cars, which is led by Snowy.
Yeah, here comes Jay then. He's got a full complement of battery to play with as well. And he's...
Apparently this isn't the first time XPG...
You can't park there, sir!
They also crashed on purpose in Singapore and got a -50. So if anyone would like to report that, you feel free. Owen up to P8 now, past Stabby. And on the charge, using the full government name in the gamer tag. Utter woke nonsense. And he'll be looking to get into these hard runners early doors.
Nardo actually.
They've done it in EML as well this evening.
Yeah, so XPG quite naughty from them. But Nardo actually had to lift off quite a bit there because Lucas lost the DRS after the gap. The gap's now down to 5 seconds, so he's catching. Jay's sticking with him. So they are catching. It's just about how much they can catch in the next 8 laps. But the main fight is behind Snowy and this whole gaggle of cars, which he's dragging along with him.
Yes, indeed. If Owen gets P5, Cormac P3, Jaeger stays P10. Adam's trying to do some quick maths here.
Well, Adam, while you're at it, you could also tell us whether there will be any team orders come the last lap, or if you're going to let your drivers battle it out if it is just them two.
Yeah, I'm guessing it is Adam who's engineering. And 44 viewers, which is incredible, bearing in mind we're against the ML and esports tonight. He's not engineering, wow.
Oh. Well,
just come here to see his favourite commentators, KJ. That's what we'll put it down to, mate.
Oh, how nice of him.
Huge for the programme.
Yeah, gap stalemating a bit between Nardo and Cormac. Still maintains 5 seconds. So it looks like this may just be a fight for P3 and then an almighty fight for P5.
Yeah, Cormac's got the fresher tyres, 6-lap offset on the mediums. These will comfortably go to the end. All eyes towards Jaeger and Owen, I think, to see how their mediums will fare towards the end of the race. Did YS Brand get kicked? He got thrown out of party. Not that I'm aware of.
He's not ghosted. He's still driving away.
Yeah, he's still racing there for me.
Well, we go back to P5 where Jay Snowy overtakes Marco 3 wide into turn 1 behind. Owens to the outside of all of them. And now on the outside of Philip trying to get 3 wide again on the exit. Yeah, he goes off to the top 10. He's worse with Alfie on the exit. And this is crucial points for both EVR and BRC.
Yeah, both drivers carrying a penalty as well, so they'll be looking to cancel each other out here. Jaeger. Oh, someone's just had a massive send. That was Brushy Pancakes on Stabby. They've made contact. Luckily not to both lose the cars. Oh, and Brushy's lost the rear end again. Contact with CRE Dom in front. A scrappy couple of corners. Lesmos. Brushy's not enjoying the Lesmos this evening. P12, now P13. Possible damage. Stabby back through as well. Nightmare. XPG, it's all falling apart.
I tell you what, Marco, after spiraling to the back at turn 1, lap 1, he found himself back up into P6 and what will be P5. So this has been some recovery from Marco.
He's done really well actually, Marco. CRE will be happy, and he's about to take P5 away from Jay Snowy as well. Ramon, what happened to YS brand at Parabolica, mate? Can you fill us in? Oh, Philip Frajnak has got past Jay Snowy as well. So, as it stands, according to mathematician Adam, there's a 9-point swing in EVR's favour. That's just got even bigger now because Owen's up to P7 and Jay Snowy is about to lose DRS to the cars in front.
I don't know whether that's factoring in Jay Snowy's penalty, which will drop him behind Owen and Philip. But I think it's safe to say EVR will be gaining, but they need to maximise their points because any lead BRC has going into Baku will be crucial.
Yeah, the livery police are out at the moment.
Parsick looking at the minor things.
A bloke who once reported EVR for a wing mirror. Anything is possible in Partik's world. If you look up the word shithouse in the dictionary, there is a picture of beautiful Partik in there.
Well, it's not shithouse for Marcus at the minute because he's completed the almighty recovery and found himself back in the top 5, and he's got a buffer of Jay Snowy, who's got a penalty, so we don't need to worry about him. Owen, though, is fresh tyres, along with Jaeger behind, will look to clear them. But EVR will be gaining, but Jay will have something to say about that, because him and Cormac will battle right till the very end. And has there been an incident at turn 1?
Yeah!
There has. Brushy Pancakes, compounding XPG's horrible day.
Oh, Everton.
2-1. Oh, yes.
Oh, I was offside.
Okay, never mind.
There's no more yeets left. Monza, if you leave the stream and come back in, I believe it resets itself.
So, we're still unclear as to whether team orders are going to play a factor. I'm sure they could battle if they wanted to, AMS. They've got a 5-second gap, which isn't really coming down. So do you think AMS will let them battle, or do you think they've decided who's going to come out on top beforehand?
It's a goal. It's going to be a goal.
Really? Well, everything is going right at the moment.
No, it's not.
Oh,
How's that not been given?
Oh no, is it a VAR controversy again?
Hello, James. How are you, mate? Great to see you. Let's have a look at this mid-pack battle. It's a controversial offside, that. Owen using his full name thinking he's a good F1 driver.
Well, I mean, at the moment, he's had a pretty decent race, and he's on for P6 currently, what could be P5. But EVR would be focused on keeping Jay Ronaldo behind, I think.
Yeah, TTRE Philip Frajnak is going to make a few places up as well. He's going to take Snowy and Jaeger as it stands.
Yeah, he was in that fight for the win.
Yeah, what a recovery drive from Marco though.
Oh.
He got
And
thundercunted at turn 1 and ended back up in P5.
yeah, CRE's had a very difficult race at one point, but Marco's salvaging a very good result for him as it stands.
Yeah. Good evening, Ryan McLean. How you doing? And good evening to Ellis. Wrong J is your king, James. I thought I was, unless I've been replaced.
The mediums maybe starting to die off a little bit here because Philip's coming back at Jaeger, and expect Jay Ronaldo to start to get a wriggle on with Cormac because this race has flown by. We have only got 2 laps left and we can complete this one.
Yeah, Jay's a little bit closer this time, still with a full battery. Cormac going into none through the Lesmos. And the battle for P3 is going to go straight to the end. And talking of Crossfire strikes, there he is, P2 in the Drivers' Championship. And Crossfire, if I was you, Sunshine, I'd be banging the EVR door down to get your race in next week and get yourself in for that Drivers' title. Poor that they haven't put you in, to be honest. But
Yeah,
we just flirted with 50 there. Just flirted with 50 viewers.
I'm sure Jay Ronaldo will be flirting with Cormac come these final laps because this is going to be a few crucial points going into Baku next week. And Owen also, he could do with overtaking Marco as well. That'll be crucial. So a lot to be decided here come the final lap. And also, we don't know whether they're going to let Nardo and Lucas battle for the victory.
They're going to go across the line at the same time, apparently.
Well, that'll be interesting to see who gets a win.
Contact! Marco again, turn 1. He's been hit by someone. It's either Snowy or Owen. And he's back down in P10. He's got to do it all again.
Such a shame. All Marco's good work kind of going to waste. And now he'll still finish P7 because of penalties, but it looks like he's going to be behind Owen and Philip. But EVR will be loving that, and Owen currently P5.
Yeah, indeed. Owen P5, Cormac P3, and Jaeger P7. So good points haul for EVR as it stands at the moment. Alfie up into P9 though because of that Marco incident. And Jay is ever closer again to the back of Cormac. He's got a full battery to play with. Cormac's got a full battery as well. This battle for the final podium place could result in the difference in the championship, and Jay's going to go for it now. Cormac's going to let him go.
Cormac saved a lot of battery there. Dropped down to 50 and 70 respectively, and there's Vaseline behind as well. Owen's up to P5, Jaeger followed him through, Phillips wheel to wheel with Snowy, Alfie to the outside as well, and Phillips now P7 as well, so he's trying to catch Owen as well.
Yep, good moves. 4, 5 and 6 then for EVR. They'll be very happy with that. Marco is side by side now with Alfie, who's back up into P9. Oh, that's a crucial pen. That's Jaeger making his pens up to 6 seconds, and that is going to drop him in behind CRE Dom in P11 as it stands at the moment. We'll put the penalties on for the final lap.
And Cormac gets ahead of Jay Ronaldo into Ascari, so that is a crucial podium position for them. They're going to burn the battery once again, but I think Cormac is out of reach for Jay Ronaldo. Owen's P5, Jaeger's going to drop behind, but this is a huge point haul for EVR.
Yep, and not as much as a point haul for AMS as Lucas and Nardo take the 1-2. These two are going to scrap to the line. It is Cormac who's going to get the final podium place. Owen is going to come up to the line in P5. Jaeger's going to drop. Philip up to P6. Alfie down to P9. Not too bad. Marco P7. He's going to get my driver of the day, I think.
Yeah, should have really.
And it's a goal for Liverpool.
Oh. Just ruin my mood. Anyway, I'm just going to figure out the championship implications from that. If I just do some quick maths.
Oh, it was unlucky. It was a deflection that went straight into the path of Salah.
Yeah. Keep talking. I'm just doing some quick maths.
Adam's going to do it for you in the chat.
Oh.
48 for EVR.
48 for EVR. Yep, just to wait to see the rest of the BRT results.
Yep, so we'll run through the final standings then, and it is Lucas and Nardo, AMS getting that fastest lap point as well. Cormac finishes off the podium places. Jay from 13th on the grid finishes P4. Owen from 12th on the grid finishes P5. Then it's Philip, Marco, Snowy, Alfie and Jaeger rounds off your top 10. Then it's YS Brand, Truly, Dom, Brushy Pancakes, Stabby, TTRE Half Snow in 16th, Zedzix, who may have crashed on purpose, Fusion, and Bobby Leons runs off. There's a 6-point swing then before stewards, according to AMS Adam. Thank you very much, Adam, for that. And KJ, that race had pretty much a bit of everything.
Yeah, obviously, it doesn't look like it from the results. It was a very comfortable race from AMS perspective, but those early laps really set the precedent, battling all the way through the field, and that sets us with a very good picture in the championship. AMS have all but guaranteed their spot in third after an incredible 1-2, but it's all to play for next time out in Baku, with EVR gaining even more points.
Yeah, it's going to be the title decider next week then in the tricky circuit of Baku, and that's one that we're very, very looking forward to. I'd like to thank everyone that's made their way into the Twitch chat this evening. It's been a pleasure to commentate this race for all of you, and if you haven't checked out the announcements to do with CCS, please tune into the announcements channel of the Discord and or also on our Twitter page. When's your next commentating, KJ?
I'm not sure. It might be on Monday in GRL. I might have ended.
Monday GRL. I'm back for probably going to end up doing conference and league this week, Friday and Saturday. But apart from that, enjoy the rest of your evenings. We're going over to raid KMB because we know everyone loves him. And we'll see you again soon. Take care.
Right.
2 secs.